All right, folks, took a little bit of a break, took a little bit of a nap, did an Uber drive. Now we're going to get back to it here. So, yeah, again, I need to trust the process because it is looking good. And, you know, the decisions I make, whoa, I did not mean to do that. The decisions I make tend to be okay. So I don't think there's too much I need to do in order to, like, make the process that much better. I think it's just a matter of executing it right now. So we're just going to do it. You know, just getting some little bit of shadows in here and the fingers. Sometimes I'm able to really have a lot of good banter. I guess it depends on the topic, how tired I am, what's going on in my mind. But right now, I don't know, just want to finish this. Where did I get that color from? Okay. The shadow is not, the lighting is not going to be too much of a difference here. Let's actually grab the highlight color first. Gonna be like this right here. Is he gonna have a highlight there? Maybe a little, maybe not really, maybe just right here. Here we do want to highlight a little bit too. Let's get a highlight because it's gonna be like this bluish green color, more into the green here. Saturate. Let the highlight saturate a little bit. Okay. Keep the highlight thin. Thin it out a little bit here. The visual of the circle on the eye drop is kind of annoying. I don't really want it. Kind of gets in the way of what I'm looking at. Let's get color of the beads in here now. Let's get this sort of white dice looking color. I want to keep it in the green. And then some beads here, maybe just like an orange bead, maybe a purple bead, just to show that it's cute, multicolored bead bracelet made by his daughter. Let's get a red bead, just the opposite colors of whatever's on his body. Yeah, that's cute. Then it kind of pops out. Now we'll write in there. I think we'll just do this in the line art. We're gonna write daddy. So we're gonna make it nice and upside down here. Kind of a sweet character. Like if my son ever made something like this for me, I would never take it off. Beautiful, beautiful. All right, so we'll get the colors in there now. Just a little bit of light. And it would just be pretty much showing like a cast shadow here, right? So just kind of light the whole thing. And get a little bit of highlight on the edges. Just get a white highlight on the edges here. Just a little bit. I think this shadow can be more intense. So let's grab that green color, get more of a shadow, more cool. There. Here too, we'll light it a little bit. Some lighting. highlight this a little bit. Just sort of like edge lighting. Find the right color here. Let's go pinkish red. And then are we gonna add any highlight? If we're gonna make any highlight here, then we'll just make them white. Just keep it simple. Left side highlight here, top side highlight. Something like that. Something simple. Okay. So now let's keep going. I think we can have more light in the face here. Now for this whole thing, should we do a background color? Let's figure this out right now. I think so. I think something complementary. Let's see. What's complementary to green? Red? Orange? Should we saturate? Oh, whoops. This is the one we want to be in. Orange. Do we saturate? Darken? Yeah, because then I think if we darken the background, it kind of brings out the highlight colors a little bit more. And then I think for the whole thing, we'd just group the whole thing. We'll group these two, bring it down a little bit. Let's move things around in case he ever wants to print this out. It'll be nicely composed. Yeah. So here, I think we'll just add a layer. We'll do a big airbrush. And then let's find another color to airbrush in here. Something like this. Maybe desaturate that. Bring it in a little bit more into the yellow. Something like that. And do we want to get graphical with it? You know, maybe put a white border around the edges? We can. Let's try it. With my custom paintbrush here. I always like the basic square. Make it octagon maybe. Something like this. That's cute. Maybe more of a little bit more around the top, more off the top. Yeah, it's cute. Something like that. That'll do. A little border. And then let's, just to make sure, let's flip this and see if anything looks asymmetrical. Okay, so here we can get a little bit more off the side. Handle that asymmetry there. I do think the sleeve, I'm gonna add some dip to the sleeve. But I think it's okay. No, I think it's okay. It bothers me only a little bit. I think we can just move toward finishing. So let's squeeze this one. Squeeze that color. Get a highlight in here. Squeeze this color. Get a highlight here on this side. Find a highlight color on the pants. Something like that. Maybe a little bit less lustrous because the pants are gonna have a less slimy texture. So just little indications. I like the word indications. Reminds me of Bob Ross. Shout out to young Bobby. I'm gonna fade these cast shadows in a little bit. I think those cast shadows I made were a little too dark. I think we're almost done. Just gotta refine. How much do we want to refine? You know, that's like the big question. Because if I zoom out, it's like this looks almost done. Here, if anything, we can just get a little bit more light on the shirt. Like I want to go in and change like big issues first before going in and changing anything drastic. Here. Okay. So here, let's get some more shadow down here. Let's get some more shadow in the pants. Some occlusion shadows. Get nice and dark. Let's get nice and dark right in there. Yeah, just occlusion shadows. Create some contrast. Nothing too crazy. Soften it if I find it's too strong. A little bit of a highlight in that side, this side. Yeah. Shade this around here though. Okay, let's color his belt. Okay, so the belt is this color. Maybe we can get a little bit more on the brown side, the red side. A little bit more brown here. Just add a little bit of light right there. And then any highlight on the belt? Yeah, we should. Just around the top edge to show that maybe there's some leather. Maybe there's some shininess to the leather. Just right up there. And then let's get the belt loop, which is going to be like a silver color. Or we can make it gold. Sure, gold, why not? Gold? Looks cooler. Gives a little bit of a highlight. Yeah, I think gold is fine. It gives a little bit of a highlight. We can maybe reduce it a little bit to make it a little bit more silver, but I think it looks kind of cool. It would probably be too boring if it was just silver. Let's get a nice strong yellow highlight on there. In the little belt holes, let's get a strong occlusion shadow. Let's get really dark in there so we can tell that they're holes. Right in there. Blend a little bit more. Blend a little bit more. Using the eyedropper freely now. Ooh, I gotta start my holy hour. So we're gonna do that. I think we are just about done. I want to finish this right now because we're so close. I don't know if there's anything that looks like severely unfinished. And I could go until like super perfection, but honestly it looks pretty much done. So we're just gonna try to finish it right now, and then we start my holy hour. That is an hour of prayer that I want to do every day. I did my morning prayer already, but holy hour I have different stuff to do, so let's get nice and black in there. And then maybe sort of a fleshy tongue color more in here. Sort of paint that in. Lighter. Just slightly. Something like that. Just a small indication. Let's get a eye highlight in there. So yellow. And then here in the pupil, let's get a nice shiny highlight. There we go. It's good. Let's get a scar color in here. Get it nice and dark. Some scars. Maybe into the purple a little bit. Maybe there's some blood. Just some scars. Gonna fade it out a little bit because I don't want them to look too dark, but we can tell they are scars. I think this looks great. Get some occlusion shadow. Like, we can keep going with the shading here, but I think this looks good. We don't have to get too crazy with this, right? I mean, we've told the story. We get the picture, and then for this part, I think we've gone far enough in the draft, you know, close to completion, where it's like we just let the commissioner decide, okay, is there anything that needs to be changed, anything that we think can be fixed, adjusted. Otherwise, I think this looks good. I don't think there's any need to go beyond this right here, because if I zoom out, it looks done, right? I want to get in here, maybe straighten out those borders. I think I'm accidentally hitting the trackpad with my hand. I don't want that. Let's get nice soft light edges too to show it's kind of fading in. Give it this dramatic effect. I've never done a border like this before, but it looks pretty cool. Let's tap for any obvious asymmetries. I think the whole thing can be moved slightly to the right. Let's try to move this whole thing slightly to the right and stretch it a little bit. This whole thing slightly down. Just want it to look centered. Oh, okay, so the power-up color, we're gonna need some kind of color. I think I'm just gonna do an overlay here. And then we're gonna find like a powering up the punch color. So we're gonna do like this yellow green maybe, and then let it wind up. Maybe more of a blue also. Kind of let it glow. And then we'll get some, let it glow, get some blue in there, get really light around here. Let's get some blue. Like he's absorbing power into his arms. Let's shape it using the eraser. Shape it a little bit. Nice little wind up here. Just brush in a green. We're almost done. Let's get a mid green here. Just adding some green overlay to just bits and pieces of the whole thing. Give it a little character. Give him a green glow. Sort of afterthoughts here. And we'll reduce it. You know, some parts are a little bit much. Yeah, but yeah, that looks good. I think this is a good piece. Flip horizontal, back to normal. I think that's good. We could get a little bit more illustrative, you know, around the power up. You know, bring the sleeve thicker, but I think we'll just call it done and send it over. So talk to y'all later. I think that would turn out good. God bless. Bye-bye.